You're watching Around the Bay Sports Special Edition. It is Gale's Pregame Live, and here are your hosts.
I'm Drew.
I'm on.
And I'm Jesse. And we are
Around
the Bay
Sports. Sorry, we had Jack with us. I think he's experiencing some technical difficulties, but we'll just start with the three of us for now until he comes back on. Yes, as Drew is showing, it is a big game today. Big fight feel.
Oh, God, man, you spelled Gale's wrong. I just realized.
G-A-E-L-S.
G-A-L-E-S.
No, G-A-E.
You spelled G-A-L-E.
G-A-E-L.
G-A-E-L.
Yeah, G-A-E-L-S.
Come on, this is not... We're starting over. We're starting this over. Hang on.
Yeah, good thing I'm back.
Yes.
I don't know what happened to my connection just now.
Okay.
Take two.
Yep.
Lights, camera, action.
You're watching Around the Bay Sports Special Edition. This is Gale's Pregame Live, and here are your hosts.
I'm on.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jack.
And we are
Around
The
Hey.
Sports. We got a great show for you. It's a big game here in Moraga, California, where the St. Mary's Gales will be taking on the Gonzaga Bulldogs at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time here at the Pavilion at St. Mary's. Obviously, this is a huge game because if St. Mary's wins, they will share the title for West Coast Conference regular season champions.
Good
And
shit. With who?
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
And if Gonzaga wins it, then they win it outright. And they will have the first overall seed in the West
Well,
Coast
they already got the
Conference
first
tournament.
overall anyway, so.
But yes, this is a big game. This is a test. The tournament officially starts now for St. Mary's because if they don't win this game, I don't see them being a strong contender in March Madness this year. I'll start with the Mon. What are your thoughts on this game coming up?
Not only this game's the biggest, as we all know, this is the last time they will meet as conference opponents, as Gonzaga is going to poodle away to the Pac-12 to run away.
Yeah, they're running away. They can't take the heat.
They want better competition, they say.
It's not for better competition. They just want to run the table in the new conference.
The new conference. Which, I mean, Pac-12, they got them. That's for another story. But yeah, this is going to be the biggest game. Gonzaga number 9 in the nation. They've had, like, not gonna lie, this probably has not been their strongest season because they had to escape on some teams. As for St. Mary's sort of scenario, but they've tried to learn to adapt and know how to try to close out games. We saw that as a resemblance a little bit of Santa Clara, but as we know, I've been to their games. Usually when they're in control, they're in control.
Yes.
We'll see what happens tonight.
Drew, how do you feel about tonight? You will be in the house.
I will be. And first of all, exciting game. Obviously, it's good, have a opponent like Gonzaga who's ranked. So come in our building is pretty, like Jesse said, it's the last time that we're facing each other as a conference opponent. And you know what? It's a exciting game. Also, it's going to be a tight game for us tonight. So I think hopefully we get the dub tonight.
I hope so too. Before we move to Jack, Drew, how is this going to feel for you watching this game as an alumni and no longer as a student?
It feels a little different, but I'm trying to still breathe the energy tonight. Even though I'm not gonna be with the students, But I'm gonna definitely bring my energy for tonight. So like I did in Santa Clara. So I'm trying to keep that same energy from Santa Clara to tonight. So like I said, hopefully for a dub.
Yes. And now, Jack, what do you think of this game coming up tonight?
Well, I've been watching St. Mary's over the past this mainly the season because you guys have taken me to a couple games, and well, I mean Jesse, you currently go there, and Drew, you used to go there. But this, I know how much of a heated rivalry this is going to be, and this is going to be a very close game, pretty much from start to finish. And I get the feeling that we could potentially see a game winner tonight. I just have the feeling of it, and I mean this could be a heated game also. And those are the kind of games that you just love to see. And I mean, seeing this game tonight in Moraga, California, and the game's not till 10:30 my time, so it's going to be later my time. But I'm still going to be awake for it to watch it on ESPN. But all in all, this should be a very exciting matchup, and hopefully St. Mary's can get it done and come and officially, I believe, tie in the conference with Gonzaga.
Can I say one more thing? I watched the college game day today, and Jay Billis called this conference the West Coast version of the Duke UNC game.
I totally agree with that. These two teams, they respect each other so well. They are a measuring stick for each other. For St. Mary's, this is how they know that they could compete potentially in the West Coast, in the March Madness tournament if they can beat Gonzaga tonight. But in order to do that, they have to fix some of the mistakes that they made the last time these two teams faced. And that was back on January 31st, where Gonzaga beat them 73 to 65. I guess, Drew, where was the biggest point that you would make where they messed up last game?
I think Dent, he had a foul issue in the first half. That kind of messed up their rhythm offensively. And obviously, like you said, that they had their scoring drought in the second half. That kind of cost them the game. Just that scoring drought. You can't allow that, and especially Gonzaga, they're a really good fast break team. So you can't really turn the ball over and give them some fast break points. So I think I would say it was one of the reasons why they lost that game was the scoring drought and how many turnovers they had in the second half, and how out of rhythm they were in the whole second half.
Also, with that, Mikey Lewis had 4 total points that entire game. He was 1 for 5, field goal wise. He only took 5 shots that entire game.
I don't know if sorry, I'm back. I just wanted to make sure the spelling. I want to flip it so people are like, wait, it's at Gonzaga. Gonzaga? No. It's here in Moraga.
It's in Moraga, by the way.
Moraga.
I literally just said it's going to be in Moraga, California.
Yeah, I might as well just flip it just for the people that'll be watching this later. But you said do you think in your termination Mikey's a little overrated?
I wouldn't say he's overrated. It's just
you just have some
inconsistent
neglect on
him. Sadly, I do think this will be his last regular season game as a Gale. I think that he will
hit the transfer.
He will transfer after this season. But yeah, Jack, you watched the last game, right? What were your thoughts?
St. Mary's game?
The last St. Mary's versus Gonzaga game back on January 31st.
I saw it was going back and forth for a while. Then Gonzaga was taking it pretty much taking it away near the end of the game, and they were St. Mary's was struggling to rebound. They were struggling to make shots, and Gonzaga was just doing everything correctly. So St. Mary's has got to fix all those mistakes. They got to dominate the rebound. They got to box out, do proper screens, make smart shots. Don't do any stupid shots if you're shooting too deep or a terrible shot or anything like that. These guys just got to have a perfectly executed game. But if they don't have this kind of game, then I don't like their chances. They have to be more dominant and just more intelligent than Gonzaga has to be.
I know this is a totally different Gales team, but I just remember going to the time they were in St. Mary's. I don't know what ranked Gonzaga was in that time, but seeing like that sort of performance is what needs to carry on. We probably might not see it. Morauskas, the junior, he's been your top dog. So like, or your top Gale in this case. But
No dogs.
sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no Bulldogs.
But it's just we'll see. Because Morauskas, does he have to carry? Got to carry it because
He struggled in the second half. He committed turnovers and he struggled to score.
And then he didn't put any effort on the box out, so
Yes. Where I think the biggest issue I think the Gales are going to have in this game is containing EK because we do not have a strong center.
yeah,
Harry Wessels has not been playing good this season. I believe he has been playing soft. He is a senior this year.
I know you got hurt that one of the games we went to.
That was the opening game though, so that he
I
should.
don't, did he have like a low? Was it lower body or is it just his?
It was just like a lower body injury, but
I wonder if that's defected in a bit.
no, he's still the same player that he always was. Like last game, a perfect example. He had a perfect dunk opportunity, and then he went for like a awkward layup that ended up missing completely. In high school, we called that Smokey shots. When Smokey the Bear, he just smokied it completely. He had a dunk, and he tried to do a layup, and he just completely missed, and that infuriated me because I'm like, dude, you're like 7 feet tall. Dunk it.
Yeah, and then like the other center that's a little bit definitely better,
McKeever.
I was like the same. I'm like, dude, you're like an inch taller than the starting center. Dunk the ball. Now he's starting to dunk the ball when he gets open lanes. I'm like, there you go. Like,
McKeever struggled the last game. He only had two points. He was 0 for 5 on field goals, and a lot of those were like easy bunnies that he could have made.
I mean,
like near the basket.
If you're like 7 foot and you can't dunk, then I don't think you should play basketball anymore.
Yeah, the issue is we don't have Mitchell Saxon anymore. That was our best center that we had.
Dude.
Well, the big man's got to learn to be aggressive.
Yes.
Like what's the guy in Gonzaga? What's his name? Like Ike?
Ike.
Oh, I thought it was like Mike and Ike typo, but
or Ike sandwich.
Good candy, by the way. You got to try to contain Ike. This guy seems like a good player. Averages 20 points and 8 rebounds a game. That's a pretty good average for a big man. Even though he's like 6'9", he's not even a 7-footer. You got to use your height.
Also,
yeah, you got to use your height to your advantage. Even though he's 6'9", he's like 250 pounds. You still got to try to contain that. And in spite of that, the big man being what's his name again?
Harry Wessels.
Harry Wessels. Let's see. What about this McKeever guy? Isn't he like a big man also? Because he averages like
7'3".
Just talking about like he's not a little bit better, but not.
He's more aggressive than Harry,
more
but
aggressive.
Neither of them dunk though.
Yeah, these don't dunk.
But the thing is, like, he's 7'2" and he's 285 pounds. He should be using his height and weight to his advantage.
That was the issue in the last game. Like anytime it was down low.
Sometimes I don't think when dudes play basketball and when you're a certain height and weight, I don't think certain guys use it to their advantage.
I agree with that.
Like Shaq was. I'm not comparing him to Shaq, obviously, but like Shaq was like 7'1", 7'2", and he weighed just as much, if not more than that. And he used all of that to his advantage and became the most dominant big man in NBA history. Andrew McKeever needs to have a mindset like that. He needs to realize he has a dominant height and dominant weight and use all that to his advantage. I get he's a sophomore and he still has some work to do, but if he uses that to his advantage, he could potentially be a great center and he could be a decent player if he keeps playing this, maybe makes the NBA someday.
Yes. I feel like we have to go for a big lineup tonight. I think we need to start both McKeever and Wessels. Just to contain
they just need to be aggressive. That's the thing.
That's both of the issues.
I'm not talking about like fouling a guy hard. I'm just saying just be smart and be more physical.
Wessels, I've been waiting for that all season. I have not seen that in one game.
Do you guys think do the Gales go how Gonzaga plays to win this game?
Sorry, one more time.
Do you think St. Mary's needs to change their methods in winning?
No,
No.
they don't.
They honestly, walking into this game, they need to think differently about how they're playing Gonzaga, because when they thought the same thing against Gonzaga, and that didn't turn out well, so they got to think a little differently against Gonzaga this time.
I do think they have to play at their own pace. The one that they set where they shoot with close to no time left on the shot clock. But when they get a wide open layup or a dunk opportunity, they have to take advantage of that this game. They can't.
Or fast break.
McKeever and Wessels can't combine for only 6 points total.
By the way, Texas Tech number 16 is beating Iowa State by like 16 at halftime.
Wow.
And just as we're talking, I'm just watching the Cal game because for Cal, they're trying to get him to dance for the first time in a decade. Just a couple side notes.
How's that game going? How's the out-of-town scoreboard going for that game?
For Cal?
Yes.
Well, right now it's 41-34 in the second half. Pitt with the lead, up by 5.
No.
But anyway, back to the Gales.
Yes, and I do not want to see Montas was
the other Lithuanian dude.
Yes, I don't want to see him the entire game. I don't understand why he's playing right now
Who?
in big minutes. Montas, our other Lithuanian player.
Like, I just wanted to know, like, because we know this coach, he runs depth to, like,
They got way too many cards on this team.
He does, like, and in this case, you got to play your starters literally almost like 40 minutes pretty much just to get this win. So
I disagree there. I feel like we have a deep enough bench.
but,
Like Rory Hawk, he's been playing good. Liam Campbell.
I mean, no shot on the coach, but we've seen him where, like, he will keep playing his starters. He'll keep playing it even on games, on moments in games that it's like, wait, we're good, you know.
Yeah, I think this is the game though where he needs to do that, but still have his rotation. Like I would like to see a lot more of, even though he only plays when the game is out of reach, but I'd like to see more of Tony Duckett. When he is in there, he is a game changer. He didn't play at all last game against Gonzaga. I don't see why Montas is getting minutes over Duckett. That makes no sense to me.
Maybe Duckett might transfer again. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's gone after the season also. Which would suck because the West Coast Conference is right for the taking once Gonzaga's gone. That would be our conference. We just need to keep the same players because we've lost players the last 2 seasons and we've basically had to form a team out of nothing, basically. Bless you.
Like, and then let's go to the point guard. Let's go to the point guard. Let's go with the point guard that was like the Ricky Rubio of it all at first. The redhead ginger.
You're talking about Dent?
Yeah. Yeah.
Joshua Dent. He played well. For the majority of the second half, when they were in that scoring drought, I feel like he was the only one that was trying to put the ball in the basket.
Yeah.
And I had my reservations about him at the beginning of the season. He struggled early, but I'm glad that he finally found his form later on in the season when we've needed him.
Because when I went to some of the games, not like Dent was part of the old team just as a bench player, and now since some, as we've been talking, a lot of players end up graduating or transferring. You know, he's kind of on the step, and he's been stepping it up this season. But like, we'll see because this Gonzaga team, yes, it's the Zags, top 10 in the nation. Like they had a good year, but it just feels like there were some games that felt like they could have a lot more losses than they have now, honestly. But
yeah, they only have 1 loss on their belt.
And then the Gales, it's probably, was it expected how many losses the Gales have today?
We have 4 losses. It feels like we've had 6 or 7 losses. Not that. It feels like we've had,
Why you
it
had
feels
to
like
say-
we've had 7 or 8 losses this season.
Yeah, I was like, hold
I was
on.
gonna say,
Not doing that. No.
don't you say.
Yeah, we could have
Well,
easily had 8 losses this season. It's only been 4, but those 4 losses were big. Those were all quad 1 games that we lost. We were 0-4 in quad 1 game. Well, actually now we're 1-4 after beating Santa Clara because that was determined as a quad 1 game.
For the one that's watching, if you're a Gale fan, what's your insight on this? Let us know.
Yes.
But I mean, this is going to be the biggest loud. I mean, I've experienced a crowd in those types of games. It is loud.
You cannot hear the person next to you the entire game.
Which is kind of crazy. Like that was just like, well, going to just the stadium, because we can go to if you went to the if you've been to these games and went to the stadium, you don't expect it like as big, but yet you can see how much can really fill in. It's kind of a little mind blowing.
That's why it is so loud in there, because of the environment. It is a smaller venue. I feel like if it was a big gym, a bigger arena, I don't think it would have that same effect. It would lose its charm. Like you see that in Chase Center compared to Oracle. They said that it was rocking in Oracle, and they don't really say that about Chase
Yeah, that's why
Center
it's called.
as
That's why it
much.
was called Oracle.
Yes. I don't think the Warriors should have moved. That's not this
That
podcast topic, but
we'll talk in our regular scheduled stream. As of course, we'll talk about this game. But I guess, do we want to talk about in our pre-meeting? Jack mentioned about him possibly moving. I think that's the rumor. So we want to talk a little bit more into that, or hold that for another time.
what about what?
About what?
Coach of St. Mary's.
Oh, I brought that up. But
You brought that up, though, Jack.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. I was like earlier, like and during the thing, like before the podcast started, I was like, these guys know the Warriors extended Guy Santos, but that's for another time.
yes, but yeah, there are rumors going around that this is Randy Bennett's last season as the coach of St. Mary's, as Arizona State is currently. I don't know if it's Arizona or Arizona State. One of the
Arizona
two.
State.
Okay, Arizona State. They're
Not Arizona. Arizona's too good.
Arizona's so good. That coach, even though had some offense issues.
I mean,
They're
he's a
trying.
former Zag, so.
But yeah, they're trying to recruit him. This might be the season that he goes because he has built a consistent winner over the past.
Yeah, because
Is it
20
5 years now or 4 or 5 years now?
Five.
so I just thought so this might be it.
Yes,
This could be it. Not
I
not
don't
official.
think so. I hope it's
But-
not.
Yeah, but what about you guys? Like, what do you guys think though? If he does end up leaving, you guys won't be upset or anything, or
I'll be sad for sure because
sad, for sure, yeah.
because I know his son Cade personally, and like I know his son Cade, and I know his wife too. She's a pretty nice woman. His wife is a pretty nice woman, so I appreciate her about that. And then, yeah, I mean it's kind of sucks when the news actually comes out, but I have nothing but the best of luck for Randy. What he done for our program these last 25 years. I mean, what he's
I don't
done.
see how he hasn't done more often. Previously, he's like, I believe he's like the 3rd winningest head coach in the nation right now. No,
I'm behind Mark
You're
Field.
among active coaches.
yes,
I don't know. I also heard that Santa Clara coach Michael the Pit.
I'll go to Pitt.
Yeah,
That's an also because right now Pitt's 3-12 in conference play.
yeah. I heard Santa Clara coach is Michael the Pit because he's from Pittsburgh originally. Not California, Pennsylvania.
Good. Yeah. I'll clarify that for people watching this later.
Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, not Pittsburgh, California.
yeah. Randy Bennett is a winner. They have been to 18 consecutive postseasons, both being the
March Madness,
March
NIT.
Madness and March Madness and NIT tournaments.
What's the farthest they've been in the NIT?
Don't know. I have no idea.
I think we've been in the Final Four before.
But oh, NIT. I don't know about NIT, but March Madness Sweet 16.
But yeah, as of March 2025, Bennett has over. So this was last year. Yeah, over 560. You could add
25 more.
25
20
more to that.
So he's
Come
almost
on.
at six. He's almost at 600
Yes, he almost has 600 wins as
total as a coach.
St. Mary's coach.
Yeah.
He has led the team to a winning record in 22 consecutive seasons. So 22 out of his 25 years there, he has built a winner there. And he has 270 wins in the West Coast Conference play, ranking second in league history. I think that's to
Mark Feud.
Yeah.
Right?
Has he ever thought about going to the NBA?
No.
I don't think he's there
I
yet.
don't think we want to go that far. If he's
coaching for 20 years, you don't think 20 years is a certain amount of preparation, or do you think he needs to go to like a higher?
I think
team?
he has to go to a bigger market in order for that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, an NBA is
So what's his name
different.
again?
Randy Bennett.
Randy Bennett.
Yeah, he's made it to the NCAA tournament 12 times and the NIT 7. So yeah,
So 19.
Yep. This will probably be another successful season for the Gales where
March Madness for sure. This will be March.
Yeah, we'll check. We'll check later on for ourselves of what the brachiology will be. We'll definitely look into that on our regular scheduled program Thursday at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern, 9 Mountain Time.
But yeah, before we close out for this episode, let's just go for quick keys of the game. Amon, what are yours?
Keys of the game. I think try control. I think really much try to control the game is probably my tip for them because we know Gonzaga is known how to play aggressive, but if they can control, make their shots, maybe get rebounds, try to control that sort of categories, they can pull it. I believe they can pull this off.
Drew, your keys?
Before I get to my keys, to the Gale Force, please bring their energy tonight.
Oh, they are.
We need energy.
You don't have to share that.
This is the one game a year that they truly bring everything that they have.
Well, they brought it against Santa Clara, so.
Uh,
But
that was. I feel like Santa Clara game that was 60% of their full
okay.
potential. Gonzaga is next level. That is Ohio State, Michigan for football,
or Duke UNC for basketball.
Yeah, I know you're trying to Michigan Ohio State football.
Okay, give me that personally, because people outside of like California or outside of the state of Washington, they're just like, oh, okay, that's just a rival. To you guys, that is that kind of rival.
Yes,
it's a personal game.
For the longest time, Gonzaga was running through our entire conference, and there was nobody willing to step up. And then once Randy Bennett came, he was able to light the fuse and actually make this a rivalry. Though they did not win a lot early on, over the past 5 years, they were able to build a consistent winner and actually
win against Gonzaga.
Yes, in the kennel 2 years in a row. Sadly, we lost this year, though. But yeah.
We split with them. Last 4 years. So
yep, the last 4 years we have won at least one game against them in the regular season.
And yep, I guess me going to St. Mary's. I guess I have a 500 record against Mark Feud. So
they've only lost one game.
But yeah, Drew,
2 games.
Drew, what's your keys?
My key, like you said, control the game. The tempo. You can't play too fast, Also, we have to rebound and be physical with them. And then like Jesse said, our players got to step up when needed the most, and then turnovers. Make sure we keep the ball, take care of the ball.
I guess I'll say Gale's by 10 points.
I think that's aggressive.
That's
I'm
aggressive.
being
That's a
aggressive.
little bit aggressive.
I'm being a little aggressive because I just want to be excited.
I think it's
think
gonna be a
we win
tight
that
game.
by
Tight
4.
game, down the
Four-
wire. I think it's
4
gonna be
points.
down the wire game today.
Jack, what are your keys to victory?
Any
For the
protect-
Gales?
Well, there's this pretty good amount of stuff that St. Mary's got to do. Like, first things first, you have to make it your own pace of a game, and you got to grind it out on every single possession. Try to use as much time on the clock as possible. Make sure you pass the ball around and communicate and take proper shots. Another thing could be you got to dominate on the rebounding game. Because usually the thing is, if one team wins the rebounding game, that team usually winds up winning the game. That has been the case for the NBA. It's been the case for college, Division 1, 2, and 3, even high school, and any of that stuff. You got to win the rebound game. Another thing is you got to target the best offensive players, the guys like Dent and Maraskis. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Maraskis.
Yes.
Those
And
are
Mikey
like
Lewis.
those like two, yeah, him. And those are like some of your best guys out there. So you got to give them the ball, and you got to pass it around properly. And you got to, most importantly, you got to try to draw and ones. That's going to be very critical because every shot attempt is just going to be critical as the last one.
Or get into
And-
the bonus early. That's what
Yeah.
I think they need to
And
do.
get to the free throw line as much as possible. Like drive in, and get fouled. Some of these kids just like to foul and they don't know what they're doing sometimes. And lastly, you got to show discipline at the perimeter. You can't leave guys wide open for three because Gonzaga is going to make you pay for that all game long. So you got to show discipline and you got to communicate, show proper defense, and you do all these things I just mentioned, and St. Mary's could pull it off.
Oh,
And I'm going to say
Yeah.
St. Mary's by 5.
can I go before you say?
Yeah.
We need to handle the press. Gonzaga do press a lot. Like every time they score, they do like a 1-2 type of press. So we gotta handle that.
This game is going to be quite. We're going to see some fast pace for this one.
Something that I'm surprised you guys didn't mention is that we need to contain Ike. That's the first thing. He can't go off.
Jack mentioned that.
I didn't hear that in the keys.
I mentioned you got to guard the perimeter, but
They just-
you do have to watch out for him because there's that thing though. If you like try to double him, there's going to be always someone wide open. So you got to.
I would rather let somebody else beat me than him. I would let anybody else.
You just got to be cautious how you play it defensively. If you leave like a horrible shooter, like near the 3-point line, wide open, be my guest. But if there's like a critical shooter that you know
Don't
that
leave
is
him open.
wide open, then I would not take that chance. All I know is this Ike, Mr. Mike and I guy, he likes to go in the paint first scoring.
Yes.
He can shoot threes too.
He can shoot threes, but he mostly likes doing his damage.
Mid range. He's mid range. He's a mid range type of dude.
But yes, that is our buddy. Me and Drew will be live in the house. We will be taking plenty of pictures and videos to post. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you this Thursday for our regular scheduled podcast.
8 p.m.
This was a special report. Thank you for joining us.
Hope for a dub.